Testing, testing, testing. Hi there guys, my name is Rohan Beve, and in today's video we are going to be talking about systems thinking. In today's video we are going to be talking about what exactly is system thinking and how does it work and why is it useful, okay? So let's say you're maybe on some road trip or field trip, right? And you're stuck in traffic, okay? Maybe a traffic jam, okay? But let's say, for example, you were just thinking, okay? And you ask yourself, why does the traffic jam happen? But you know there was no accident there. There was never an accident. So why is it still happening? Maybe for another example, why do some businesses thrive while other businesses fail or struggle, but they have better products? Okay? Now, the answers lie in something known as systems thinking. So, what exactly is it? Okay? So, how system thinking works is to see how things work and see how you can understand things like in a system. It's what I mean by that is instead of looking at one part of the problem, we're looking at the whole picture. That's more or less what systems thinking is about. So, in order to understand that, first we have to answer what exactly is a system, okay? Since we want to understand what's inside the system and just look at the whole bigger picture to find what the problem is. So, what is a system? Well, a system is a collection of connected parts working together. For example, maybe us, the human body, cars, an ecosystem, and businesses are all, well, systems, okay? For example, a car, right? It more or less uses engines to control the speed, tires to control the grip to the road, and brakes to, well, slow and stop the car, right? And all of these work together. Now, system thinking not only focuses on the parts, but it also focuses on the relationship, okay? So it not only focuses on each individual part, but the relationship between each of them and how they're all connected. For example, maybe if you see a forest, you might not only see trees, but you might also see soil, bugs, animals, rain, the climate, okay, and etc. Okay, and everything is basically connected. Okay, you change one thing, you change all of it. This is known as interdependence. Okay, that's basically what that is. Okay, and basically how everything in a system is connected. Okay. So now we have that. Now another part of systems thinking is feedback loop, okay? What I mean by this is, for example, let's say we have a positive feedback loop, okay? You get good sales, right? You get more money, you make improvements, you get even more sales, right? And this good feedback loop amplifies change. While if it were a negative feedback loop, okay, feedback loop, then if, for example, right, maybe the room is super hot, okay, not that good, so you decide to turn on the AC or a fan, right? You turn it on and it starts to cool down. In a negative feedback loop, the system corrects itself, okay? So that's basically that on feedback loop. But now the final problem, let's go back to our first example with the traffic jam, right? So you know there's no accident, but why does it still happen? What I mean by this basically means there could be hidden causes, okay? Now, in each problem, right, there could be a hidden cause to that. For example, let's say a company, okay? Their products are failing, right? Their productivity for all their employees, they're not being more active, right? So decide to just do a quick fix, okay? And just make them increase more productivity, work harder. but maybe possibly the real problem could be multiple things. For example, poor training. Maybe the employees are not trained properly. Hence, just doing a quick fix won't really fix the whole thing. Now, what this example is trying to say basically says that how you should think in system thinking is what causes the problem beneath the problem, okay? And you can think of this example maybe in a situation you have. So what you should think is first, what exactly is the problem? Why is the problem happening? And what is everything connected to it, as we saw with how systems basically connect and interlock with each other, right? That's why it's super important to see which is connected and how you can fix said problem. And that's basically what systems thinking is, and that's basically it. Thank you for watching this video, and hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.